So what we're talking about here is a little bit of free marketing with Facebook groups. So if you're trying to find creative ways to drum up some business, create bigger audiences, this is a really great resource. So basically the strategy with this is, one, you want to search your local area. So I'm just going to do Frederick, Maryland for an example. So type that in, search group, click the groups tab, wherever that is, and search your area because these are just really local communities. When someone makes one of these groups, it's usually like a business owner or somebody. And, some of them you'll see there's a bunch of yard sale ones or online sale type stuff. I wouldn't fool with those ones. The ones you want to find are the ones that in their rules or the little admin part, it says that businesses are welcome. So stay away from probably the yard sale ones. You could post in those, but I think you're going to get lost in a lot of those. So the ones that you want to be in and really network in are one, and I'm going to highlight some here. So let's check this one out. Shop local, Frederick, Maryland. So my recommendation, if you're not doing this, look up some of these groups, and for the beginning, just pick one to jump in. Because if you get in like 3, 4, or 5 all at the same time, it's going, one, the notifications are going to be on your feed and it might be overwhelming for you. So just pick one to start. But some things you want to look at is, one, how many members are in it. Okay, so we've got over 10,000 people are in this group. Another thing is, if we go to the about, they're going to show the kind of the rules for the group. So, it says here, business owners, utilize this group to stay connected with your guests, post specials, new hours, anything. Okay, so it's super warm, super welcome. Some other stuff here, if you scroll down, tells us the members. Oh, you can also see, that's under members up here. So if you go to members, it's going to show you who the admins and moderators are. So as you see, Joe, who he owns Frederick Window Tinting. So he's the one that started this group. Joe would probably be a good person to networked with, because he started this group and he's in your local area. He's another business owner. Makes sense. The other thing I'm looking for when I'm trying to pick groups that I want to be in is how many posts per day. Okay, so just today there's been 101 new posts. 101. That's pretty good. So just in the last week, they've added 258 members. So this is a really, really strong group. And this is a public group, meaning that you can join without them having to pre-screen you in, which is nice. And you can see what people are posting here. A lot of it's like events, or so this is an event. This is an event highlight video, especially with Halloween and whatnot. That's asking about pumpkins. This is a bakery. So you see a lot of restaurants in these posting about food, something there. So how do you engage in these? How do you leverage in these types of environments? Well, first and foremost, I would recommend not, here's a good post. This is someone looking for someone to be able to do hair for them. So like there's customers in these groups. Now I know we're talking about our moving companies and junk removal companies, but they're the same concept. Oh geez, I clicked the comments. So how do you engage in these? I'm gonna scroll all the way back up here. So the way that you engage is, one, you don't want to be the spammy person that's just throwing out some like a blurb about your business all the time, because that's like you're taking and taking and taking. You want to give more than you take. So if you have a deal or a special that you're doing, post that. Like, that's good. If you have some type of PR event that you're doing, maybe you're volunteering or you're doing something like that, post about that. That's good. If you have an awesome move or an awesome job and you have a customer testimonial on video, post that. Any type of really good video content from your work, that's good to put up. And this is also a good area to just comment and add value to people. So if you're in your local area and you have, what I would recommend is you have other businesses outside of your type of business that you're connected and networked with. And I would refer those businesses all the time, as much as you can. So where's a really good place to get networked? Like, what kind of people? Well, somebody that owns a salon. Why a salon? Well, when women go to get their hair done, they're there forever. And what do? They talk. They talk all the time. And what's going to come up? Well, they're talking about life. They're talking about, little Joey who just started kindergarten and all this stuff. What if they are selling their home? Well, that's probably going to get talked about. So if you're in really tight with like somebody that owns a salon or the hairstylist, somebody that does hair, that's awesome, because then whenever they hear a customer talking about, yeah, we're selling our house, we're packing and trying to get everything ready. Oh, you need to give so-and-so a call. Now the salon owner is only going to do that if you're sending people to them as well. But think about the networking aspect. This is free, okay? This is where entrepreneurship and business ownership, this is where you separate yourself, because you can have a booming, huge business by doing this type of stuff. Now, this is a long play. Like, these were relationships. This is relational commerce. So it's not going to be like you turn it on and then boom, you get leads. This is something that you build over time, but it's that word of mouth. It's that buzz. People know about you. And if people don't know you, they certainly ain't going to call you. Okay. So, find some groups and engage in these. Let's look at a couple more real quick. So that was a good one. I picked out a couple that I thought were good. This Frederick, Maryland one is good. Little bit less members. So 2,600 members. It's a private group. So that means that you have to, when you click join the group, they have to admit you. And they talk a little bit about who is welcome in the group. So second, so it says promote your event, community, service, or business. Okay, so that's telling us, okay, it's cool for us to promote our business in this. And they have some other stuff on here. Just make sure you're following the rules in these. Like, it's the worst thing if you're that person that does what the group says not to do. So I wouldn't recommend that. What's another good one? I wrote a couple down here. Oh, where was that other one? See, some of these, Frederick, Maryland, freebies. There are no sales. This is a free cycle group. So, don't get in groups like that. Yard sale groups, they might have a ton of people in them. Maybe you find success in them, but I don't really care for those ones. Man, why can't I find? Oh, here we go. This one's a little bit smaller, but this one was good too. This is a public group that has 1,300 people, and people are engaging on here. So find these little niches that you can engage in and integrate yourself, because this is free. It's free marketing, free exposure. There's one more. Everything Frederick. This one looked great. So this one has 8,500 people. It's a public group. It means you can just jump right in and start engaging. They've had 49 new posts just today. It means there's a lot of activity. It's a growing group, which is important, and people are posting in here. So obviously we're coming up on the holidays. It's literally right before Halloween, so you're seeing a lot of Halloween stuff on this. But people, there's customer bases that looking for recommendations. This person looking for, I guess, a graphic designer. So we may not be seeing people asking for moving services, but the environment is primed so that if someone were needing to look for a moving company or a junk removal service, this is a place where they would ask. So there's one, you posting, which is part of it, but two, there's you engaging and commenting. And what I recommend is when you comment on something or you refer somebody else in the group, make sure that you type your comment, and then also type your name and your business in the comment. And it's almost like a little stamp that has your business name, and it kind of floats it around everywhere. There's some other cool features. If you hit the events tab, we'll see if they have some events. Yeah. So look at all these events. If you want to find ways to engage and get a phone call, I have to hold on. If you want to find ways to engage in the community, then this would be a good resource for finding events. And you can reach out to the people running the event and figure out, hey, is there a way that we could volunteer? Is there a way we can sponsor? I don't know, do you have sponsors? I don't recommend going out and dropping a ton of money on small local events, but if it's $100, they will take $100. They will take 100 of your dollars, I promise you. And you can have your name thrown up somewhere. You can go maybe ask if you can bring a truck and park it, or maybe they need the truck. Maybe you could use your truck and your guys as a volunteering service at the event. So check these kind of things out. And then the media tab, this is just photos and videos. So what I would recommend is, you see a ton of food on here. Oh, wow. Ton of food. And pets. If I were you and you're like, well, what do we post? Look through what other people have already put up. Wow, a lot of good food. Look at what other people have posted and go off of that. So here's kind of like a commercial contractor person. They posted a picture of their business card. Now, I want to make a point here. They have zero engagement on this. Like, I wouldn't post this. This is a picture of your business card. How creative is that? It's not, right? So post things that you think people are going to engage with, and that shows who you are as a company. Okay, show your core values. If you don't have core values, you should think about creating core values for your company. And this will give you ideas. This is some kind of service thing here. Let's click this. Duck cleaning. Okay, cool. And look, somebody commented over here asking about their company. So is it going to be a massive wave of lead generation? Maybe, maybe not. But I can promise you that it's better than not doing anything. So the next question is, well, Winston, I'm an owner, like I'm doing 1,000 things. I don't have time to sit on Facebook for 30 minutes to an hour. Okay. Well, one, you have to master the platform. So one, you shouldn't need to be on there for an hour. And most likely if you're on a social platform like Facebook, then you're probably, when you go home at night, you're jumping on there at some point in the day and you're doing this, you're scrolling. We all get sucked up into it. You have to train yourself not to get sucked up into scrolling through your feed. Get in there and actually market your business. Okay. It takes literally a minute to post something. Okay. And just look through the first 10 or 15 or 20 posts and try to comment on one or two of them and just leave it at that. Okay. And if you have a salesperson, or if you have maybe a business partner, maybe your spouse helps you with the business, like this is something they could help you with. So if you ever have someone in the office and you're like, I don't have enough stuff for them to do, well, get them the login info so that way they can go in and engage with people. And so this is just a way to promote your business for free. I recommend it. I think you can get a lot of exposure from these groups, and these are ideal customers that are going to be in these groups because they're people that want to do business with local people. Okay, so if you're a local business, why would you not be in a group that has a customer base that wants to spend money with local businesses? So check it out. If you want to get some more advice on like, hey, what should I post? When should I post it? How do I connect with like other businesses in these groups? How do I leverage this really well? Then connect with me. Give me a message. I'm on Facebook here. Give me a personal message and I'll help you out. I'll tell you what I did to grow. And it's really simple. Seriously, just get a little plan and just get on that growth track. So hope this helps. Go crush it. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.